Where's your emergency?
Just killed my mom and my sister.
Fear of the dark.
Love conquers all in most situations. Few are to deal with the turmoil of broken hearts from supposedly significant others that seemingly thought they were to embark on a lifetime journey with. Pain turns into resentment, which most can overcome. But with others, it can conjure sinister endeavors. They say that fake love is superficial, and it only scratches the surface of what true love is capable of. In the case of Brian Welsh, a 47-year-old man from Cohasset, Massachusetts, was accused of murdering his wife, Anna Welsh, 39, and a mother of 3 who was reportedly missing the morning of January 1st, 2023. Brian called authorities several days later claiming that she left that morning and hadn't returned. Brian even conducted a Google search searching to find answers towards his questions. But the true question of the matter is, did Google help him find the answers that he was searching for? Let's all find out in this shocking case that is considered a crime of passion. Brian Welsh was born on August 17, 1976 in Cohasset, Massachusetts. He is a COF and co-founder of LETS, which stands for Leadership and Effective Teamwork Strategies, and a business called Capital Letter Consulting. Brian Welsh was born into a family with economic means, but his childhood was hardly considered privileged. Anna Lubicic was born in Belgrade, Serbia on April 13, 1983. Anna was raised in Belgrade most of her life, where she attended the 5th Belgrade Gymnasium and obtained a BA in French language and literature from the University of Belgrade. Anna was working at a deluxe hotel in Lenox, Massachusetts when she met Brian Welsh, the son of a physician who attended boarding schools and top universities in 2008. The couple married in 2015 and have 3 sons together, ages 2, 4, and 6. Life for the couple seemed to be loving and involved happiness, but that all took a drastic turn. On January 5, 2023, Brian called the Cohasset police stating that his wife was missing. He said that Anna hasn't been seen since the early hours of January 1st between 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Investigators conducted a search to find Anna, but to no avail due to the holes in Brian's stories. The Cohasset police made a search warrant to enter the Welsh's home, where they found blood along with a bloody knife that was discovered by law enforcement in the basement. Brian was arrested and held while the investigation went on, with a $500,000 bail bond. Surveillance footage showed him buying $450 worth of cleaning supplies at a Home Depot near the Cohasset, Massachusetts home on January 2nd, the day after his wife was last seen. Prosecutors believe Welsh dismembered his wife and disposed of her remains after using her son's iPad to Google the best ways to get rid of a body, as well as other incriminating internet searches, such as, can you be charged with a murder without a body? How long before a body starts to smell? And what does formaldehyde do? It also showed Brian dropping 10 trash bags to different apartment complexes, one of them being his mother's. Brian Welsh told police his wife had left with her Prada bag and hunter boots, which authorities later recovered from a dumpster along with Anna Welsh's COVID-19 vaccination card. The dumpster also had several of the belongings Brian was seen on video buying, which were tape, a hammer, a hacksaw, and tarp. On April 27, 2023, prosecutors said in court that Thursday that Brian suspected his wife was having an affair in December of 2022. Brian's mother, with her son's input and direction, hired a private investigator to surveil Anna, but Brian's private attorney, Tracy Miner, who withdrew from the case, said in court that her client didn't support his mother's hiring of a private investigator. On December 28, 2022, Anna Welsh told a friend she believed Brian would be incarcerated as a result for the federal case he was facing for art fraud, and she was prepared to leave him, prosecutors said. Brian Welsh had pleaded guilty to federal fraud charges involving the sale of fake Andy Warhol paintings in April 2021, was under house arrest orders as he awaited sentences at the time of his wife's disappearance. Brian Welsh was indicted by a grand jury for murder, misleading a police investigation, obstruction of justice, and improper conveyance of a human body. The next date in the case was set to May 1st, 2024. He was sentenced in that same day by a federal judge for a year-long fraud scheme that he pleaded guilty to before the alleged murder of his wife. He was sentenced to 37 months in prison for the art scheme. Good evening, everyone. If you happen to like our content, then please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing is free. If you ever feel the need to change it, you can always do so. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you never miss any of our content. Now back to the video. People have the right to feel jealous, but if it's too much, it'll definitely alarm someone, or worst case scenario, kill or be killed. Let me bring you into our next gruesome case, and let's together find out how it all happened. Caitlin Armstrong is a 35-year-old yoga teacher and real estate agent who lives in Austin, Texas. She also owned a business with Colin Strickland, with whom she lived and had a long-term off-and-on relationship. While the two were separated, the 36-year-old Strickland briefly dated Wilson, with whom he remained friendly. When up-and-coming pro cyclist Anna Mariah Wilson was killed, it rocked the cycling world. Known as Mo, the 25-year-old had started racking up wins in a new rapidly growing area of the sport called gravel racing until May 11, 2022, when a friend found Wilson fatally shot on the bathroom floor just days before a big race she was favored to win. Wilson was shot in the head and chest and was found by her friend Caitlin Cash shortly before 10 p.m. at the residence in Austin, Texas, where Wilson had been staying to compete in a race in Hico. Cash testified in the first week of the trial. A visibly emotional Cash recounted to the jury returning to her apartment and finding Wilson covered in blood. Jurors also heard a recording of the 911 call from the night of the murder where Cash tried to revive her friend. Police examined Wilson's phone and concluded that she was romantically tied to Strickland while he was still dating Armstrong. Strickland originally denied knowing the victim when first interviewed, but eventually admitted to the relationship and to keeping communication with Wilson hidden from Armstrong, going so far as to delete text messages from Wilson on his phone while saving her phone number under a pseudonym. Armstrong reportedly became aware of the relationship and expressed a strong desire to kill Wilson, telling an anonymous tipster that she had either recently purchased a firearm or was going to. Strickland had revealed that he bought 2 handguns for Armstrong and himself. In the aftermath of Wilson's killing, police questioned her and let her go. Authorities said Armstrong sold her Jeep for cash, boarded a plane from Austin to New York City, and flew from Newark, New Jersey to Costa Rica. She allegedly used her sister's passport for the international trip and went missing for more than 40 days following the murder. In Costa Rica, authorities said she taught yoga and had plastic surgery to change her appearance. Prosecutors told the jury that she had cut and colored her hair. Police issued a homicide warrant on May 17, 2022 for Armstrong. The affidavit for her arrest pointed in part to the video surveillance obtained by investigators showing a vehicle similar to hers in her home shortly before Wilson's body was found. Armstrong was arraigned on July 21, 2023, pleading not guilty to the murder charge. She was held on a $3.5 million bond in Travis County Jail. After suffering delays, the case went to trial on October 30, 2023. On October 12, 2023, Armstrong escaped from officers who had escorted her to a medical appointment outside of the jail. She was reapprehended after a brief chase. She was charged with escape causing bodily injury, and the charges were later dropped. On November 16, 2023, Armstrong was found guilty of first-degree murder. She was sentenced to 99 years in prison with eligibility for parole after 30 years. Armstrong is appealing the conviction. She is imprisoned at the Dr. Lane Murray Unit. Good evening, everyone. This is Yuri K, and this is the end of the video. please leave a comment and let us know your opinions on the matter. If you happen to like this content, please check out our other videos. Make sure you like and share amongst your friends and family to help our community grow. You happen to be new to this channel? Please make sure you subscribe. It's free and you can always change it in the future. You have some terrifying story suggestions? If so, make sure that you send it to my email, fearofthedarkstories@gmail.com, and I'll feature it in a future segment. But you guys stay safe out there, and remember to always be afraid of the dark.